Alright everyone, so in the previous video we set up the level units so that they incremented. That's to say they went up by 1 every time you went up by a level, and they appeared and disappeared at the right times. Now we've got to get the tens. So after you get past 9 and you go to 10, we need 2 digits, and the second digit is the tens. And we need to get that to increment. Well, we've already got it incrementing, I think, for the most part, because we copied that over from score tens. But we need to get it to appear and disappear in the right times. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a message when I receive. And this is going to be when I receive level numbers appear. And then we also need when I receive level numbers disappear. Now, the second of these is quite easy, because all we're going to do is, when you're told to disappear, well, you should hide, you should disappear. So that's kind of pretty straightforward. You might think that when I receive level numbers appear should be just as simple, right? I just put in a show. But actually that's not quite right, because this message, level numbers appear, it gets broadcast every time we change levels. For that little interim moment when level shows up and the number shows up, this message is going to go out saying, hey, level numbers, it's time to appear. But we don't want the tens to always appear. When the number is less than 10, we don't want the 0 showing. We don't want it to be level 01, level 02. We just want the 0 to hide, and we want the 0 to only appear after we get past 9. Only then should it start to appear. So what we need is something a little bit more involved. So grab an if then and wrap it around the show. So we're going to put a condition around this show. And it's going to say, if it's the right time for the tens to appear, then show. So grab an equals block and stick it in there. And we're going to make a new variable. And we're going to call it level tens visible, just for this sprite. And then we're just going to pop that in there. And then we're going to put visible here. So this says, if this variable that says that level 10 should be visible is visible, then you could show it. And now we're going to control this variable in such a way that it's only on, it's only true, it's only visible at the right times after you've gone past 9 on the level increment. So to do this, we're going to go up here to when I receive increase level tens, and then stick set level tens visible to visible. So what's going to happen now is, when it gets the signal saying it's time to increase the tens, it's time to increase those, then we're going to make sure that this switches on. But we're going to make sure that normally it switches off. So when I receive start game, we're going to set level tens visible to invisible. So now at the beginning of the game, it's off. So when you start off, it's not going to show. I don't know why I'm pointing at the scoreboard, but it should be here. But it's not going to show the level 10s number. It's only going to start showing the level 10s number after it first gets this message. And it's only going to get that message when it gets past 9. At that point, it's going to set the level 10s visible to visible. And at that point, every time level numbers appear, message comes. Every time the level numbers appear message comes, it's going to check, it's going to find that it's supposed to be visible, and then it's going to show it. So this is just basically a switch that gets set to off at the beginning of the game, and then comes on as you pass 9. Now, you'll remember that over here in level units, I duplicated the when I receive start game so that it also activated for when I receive start program. I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to duplicate that and just change that to start program. And that's just to make sure that if I start things with the green flag instead of pressing the key, it still does the same things. It still resets everything at the beginning. Okay. Okay, so let's play test this. Hit the flag. Level 1. Okay, I'm just going to hit the cheat button to go right to the next level. Level 2, upwards right. Okay, now we're in the 20s. That seems to have incremented properly. So we're now in the 30s and everything seems fine. Okay, so we're in the 40s now and it seems good, so I think I'm going to leave it there. But first I want to just test to see if everything restarts okay, given a normal death and a key press. Good. It's restarted at level 1, which is good. And now I want to try the same thing with an absolute program stop, where I just press the red octagon in the corner, and I'm going to restart, and hopefully it's going to give me level 1. And it did. Actually, just to double check that, I'm going to go to level 2. And then I'm going to red stop it. And then I'm going to restart it. So that's check if the 2 changes to a 1. And it did. Alright, everything's looking good. So I'll probably play test it a little more, and you should play test yours yourself, because it's easy to make mistakes. But I think we're ready to move on to the next video. See you there. Thank you for listening, and if you find this video useful, please hit like and subscribe.